Welcome to Men Gigs. I like to kick off with a quote. Here is a legendary one to start with. The man who does not value himself cannot value anything or anyone. Ayn Rand. Gentlemen, let's get one thing straight. Calling yourself a Sigma male isn't just about being a lone wolf or rejecting society's expectations. It's about a higher level of self-mastery, mental, emotional, and strategic. You see, being Sigma isn't a trend or a label. It's a lifestyle. It's about moving with purpose, playing the long game, and never allowing yourself to be controlled by external forces. But here's the problem. Too many guys with a Sigma title like a badge, yet their actions betray them. If you're guilty of these behaviors, then you're not a Sigma. You're just another lost sheep trying to look different. So, before you slap that Sigma label on yourself, ask, are you really walking the walk? Today, we're breaking down 5 disqualifying behaviors, plus 5 bonus ones, that separate true Sigmas from the imposters. And before we start, hit that subscribe button, because this is where real men sharpen their minds and upgrade their lives. Let's get into it. Number 1, seeking validation from others. A lion does not concern himself with the opinion of sheep. George R.R. Martin. Sigma males do not crave approval. They command respect. There's a huge difference. But let's be real, most guys are slaves to external validation. Social media likes, compliments, attention, they live for it. Think about it. Are you posting selfies just to see how many likes you get? Do you constantly seek reassurance from people? Do you feel uneasy when people don't acknowledge your efforts? If so, that's not Sigma behavior. That's beta behavior. What Sigmas do instead, they move in silence. Their self-worth isn't borrowed from others. It's built from within. Take Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher. In Meditations, he emphasized self-validation, writing, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." A true Sigma internalizes this. He doesn't need claps or applause. He focuses on mastering himself. Real Sigma move? Next time you catch yourself seeking validation, stop. Redirect that energy into building your skill set. Number 2, making excuses instead of taking action. You can have results, or you can have excuses, not both. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Sigmas are doers, not talkers. They don't sit around blaming society, their past, or bad luck. But too many guys today are stuck in victim mode. I'd start my business, but the economy is bad. I'd hit the gym, but I don't have time. I'd invest, but I don't know where to start. Excuses are mental poison. The moment you give in, you've already lost. What Sigmas do instead, they adopt extreme ownership, a concept popularized by Jocko Willink. In his book Extreme Ownership, he says, discipline equals freedom. The more you practice discipline, the more control you have over your life. Sigmas own their reality. If something isn't working, they adapt. They don't complain. Real Sigma move? Destroy every excuse that enters your mind. Either take action or accept that you're average. Number 3, being addicted to comfort. The only way to grow is to step outside your comfort zone. Jordan Peterson. Let's be honest. Most guys today are soft. They live for comfort. They avoid struggle. Binge watching Netflix instead of grinding. Wasting hours scrolling instead of learning. Avoiding difficult conversations and challenges. Comfort is the killer of growth. What Sigmas do instead, they chase discomfort because they know that's where growth happens. Look at David Goggins, the ex-Navy SEAL and mental toughness coach. In Can't Hurt Me, he talks about the 40% rule, the idea that when you think you're done, you're only at 40% of your potential. Sigmas live by this rule. They don't stop when things get hard. They push through. Real Sigma move? Every day, do something uncomfortable. Work out harder, take risks, push beyond your limits. Number 4, letting emotions control you. He who angers you controls you. Epictetus. A Sigma male is a master of his emotions. He doesn't snap, overreact, or act impulsively. Too many guys, however, are emotionally unstable. They lose their cool over small things. They react instead of responding. They let temporary emotions drive permanent decisions. What Sigmas do instead, they adopt stoicism, a philosophy built on emotional mastery. Look at Ryan Holiday, author of The Obstacle is the Way. He explains that true strength comes from controlling your response to adversity. A Sigma learns to pause, analyze, and respond logically, never emotionally. Real Sigma move? Master your emotions, or they will master you. Number 5. Wasting time on meaningless drama. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. Sigma males don't entertain gossip, petty conflicts, or pointless debates. Most guys, however, are addicted to drama, gossiping about others instead of working on themselves, arguing about pointless topics online, holding grudges that drain their energy. What Sigmas do instead? They guard their mental space. They walk away from energy-draining situations and focus on self-improvement. Real Sigma move? Ask yourself, is this adding value to my life? If not, cut it out. Number 6. Being too available to everyone. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. Here's a hard truth. The more available you are, the less valuable you become. Most men spread themselves too thin, always saying yes, always ready to help, reply, or engage with people who don't even respect them. Think about it. How often do you drop everything just to please others? Do you feel guilty when you don't reply immediately? Do people take your time for granted because you never say no? A Sigma male doesn't operate like that. What Sigmas do instead? Sigmas understand supply and demand. The rarer something is, the more valuable it becomes. Take Robert Greene, author of the 48 Laws of Power. In Law 16, use absence to increase respect and honor, he explains. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you are seen and heard from, the more common you appear. Sigmas strategically limit their availability. They don't overexpose themselves, and because of that, people respect them more. Real Sigma move? Start saying no more often. Limit your accessibility and watch how people start valuing your time. Number 7. Living without purpose. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Friedrich Nietzsche. A Sigma male doesn't just exist. He has a mission. But let's be real. Most men today are directionless. They drift through life with no clear purpose, wasting time on distractions. Think about it. Do you wake up with a clear sense of purpose? Are you building something meaningful or just going through the motions? Do you control your life or is life controlling you? Sigmas don't wait for purpose to find them. They create it. What Sigmas do instead? They take a samurai approach to life. In the book Hagakure, the Samurai Guide to Living with Purpose, it states, "It is not necessary to be strong. It is necessary to be determined." A Sigma moves with intention, whether it's in business, fitness, learning, or relationships. He isn't just existing, he's building. Real Sigma move? Ask yourself, what do I want to master? What is my mission? Define it. Lock in. Make every day count. Number 8. Talking more than you listen. A wise man hears one word and understands two. Yiddish proverb. Let's keep it 100. Most people talk too much and listen too little. Ever noticed how some guys are always running their mouths, but never actually say anything valuable? They interrupt people just to sound smart. Talk about things they barely understand. Never listen because they're waiting for their turn to speak. That's low-value behavior, and it's the opposite of a Sigma male. What Sigmas do instead? Sigmas follow the law of silence. They observe, analyze, and speak only when necessary. In the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene emphasizes this in Law 4. Always say less than necessary. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something foolish. Sigmas control the room not by talking too much, but by listening deeply and speaking with precision. Real Sigma move? Next time you're in a conversation, pause before responding. Let others fill the silence. You'll be surprised how much power that gives you. 9. Letting fear hold you back. A man who fears suffering is already suffering from what he fears. Michel de Montaigne. Here's the brutal truth. Most men let fear dictate their entire lives. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of looking stupid. And because of that, they stay small, They avoid risks, challenges, and anything that forces them to grow. What Sigmas do instead? They face fear head-on. Look at David Goggins, one of the toughest men alive. He started as an overweight, struggling nobody, but he destroyed his fears and became a Navy SEAL, ultramarathon runner, and author of Can't Hurt Me. In his book, he talks about the rule of 40%. When your mind tells you you're done, you're really at only 40% of your potential. Sigma males live by this mindset. They know that fear is just an illusion. It only has power if you let it. Real Sigma move? Ask yourself, what am I afraid of? What's stopping me? Now go attack it. Number 10, chasing people who don't respect you. Never beg for a seat when you can build your own table. This is one of the biggest disqualifiers of a Sigma male. Chasing people who don't reciprocate your energy. Let's be real, most men degrade themselves just to get attention from. Women who don't respect them. Friends who don't value them. Bosses who treat them like nobodies. That's beta behavior, and it's a one-way ticket to failure. What Sigmas do instead? They never chase, they attract. Look at Mark Manson, author of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Hawk his philosophy. The key to a good life is not giving a hawk about more, but giving a hawk about less, focusing only on what is truly important. Sigma males only invest in relationships that bring mutual respect and value. If someone disrespects them, they simply walk away. No arguments, no begging, no energy wasted. Real Sigma move? If someone isn't giving you the same energy you give them, cut them off. Protect your peace. Gentlemen, if any of this hit home, then it's time to level up. Sigma males aren't born overnight. They're built through discipline, awareness, and self-mastery. Now, I want you to do two things. Comment below which of these points hit home the hardest for you. Subscribe to the channel and like this video, because we're building a community of high-value men who refuse to settle for mediocrity. Having said this, remain confident gentlemen.